Hey, this is Rick Casalage, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, what I wanted to go through are the most effective hip strengthening exercises for runners. Now, Alex is going to go through the exercises. I'll highlight the details, and Alex is going to start with the first exercise. Good, so it's single leg glute bridge. Now, I'll get Alex to do one more rep. So how it breaks down is you're lying down on the floor, you're relaxed in the upper body, arms are to the side, your knees are bent, and then you're going to tighten up your abdominal area, you're going to lift up your hips till your knees, hips, and shoulders are in line. Then you're going to straighten out one leg, you're going to hold that for a good second, you're going to bring the leg back and then go back down. Then you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat. Contract, hips up, switch sides. We'll switch, there we go. Good second, back, bringing the hips down and relaxing. So that's the first exercise, single leg glute bridge. Now when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions are 5, time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. We talked about a second. The intensity for this one will be light to moderate, and the purpose of this exercise is we're targeting the core, so the abdominal area, we're targeting the glutes, and we're targeting the hip stability. And all of this will help when it relates to running. Now moving on to the second exercise. So the second exercise, Alex will get into the start position, and then she'll go through it. I'll get you one more rep. Good. So it's donkey kicks, and how it breaks down is you start off in a 4-point position, so knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders, you're in a straight line when it relates to hip, shoulder, and head. You're going to tighten that abdominal area, then you're going to lift one leg up while keeping the knee bent, so the knee's bent at 90, you're bringing that leg up, ideally so the knee's in line with the hip, and then you're coming back down to the start. You're going to switch sides, up, legs at 90, you're really working the glutes, you're really working the hamstrings, you're going to come back to the start, and then you're going to switch sides. So you're going to alternate back and forth. Good. So with this donkey kick exercise, sets, reps, time, and intensity are, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5, time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the top position, so it'd say like 1 second. You really want to target your glutes and your hamstrings. Now the intensity will be more on the light side, but we're targeting the core, glutes, and hamstring again. And these are important areas when it comes to runners being strong in order to help with performance and also to prevent and overcome injuries. Awesome. We'll move on to the third exercise. Okay, good. Sidelying hip abduction. So how it all sets up is you're lying down on your side. Alex has her arm overhead. She's resting her head on her arm. She's in a straight line looking from above here. She has her knees slightly bent in order to prevent from rocking forward and back. Then she's going to tighten up her abdominal area. She's going to lift that top leg up and then bringing it back down, and then relaxing, and then again tightening up the abdominal area, lifting the leg up. And what we want to do is we want to minimize how much hip movement we have. So when it looks to how high you lift the leg up, you're looking at about 30 degrees to like 45 degrees is the height that you're lifting that leg up to. Perfect. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions are 5, time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the top position, and the intensity for this one will be light, and the purpose of it is we're really targeting that core abdominal area, the outer hip, so one of the smaller gluteal muscles called gluteus medius, which is really important when it relates to providing stability and support in the side-to-side movement. So when you're running, when you're running to kind of prevent your hips from rocking too much side to side, which puts unnecessary stress on your hips and your knees. Okay, moving on to the fourth one. Good. So this one is bird dogs. So how the setup works is, once again, you're starting off in a 4-point position. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. You're in line. Your head, shoulders, and hips are in line. Then you're going to tighten up the abdominal area. You're going to reach forward with one arm and reach back with the other leg. Come to a point where you're straight with the wrist through to the ankle, and then back to the start. Relax. Tighten that abdominal area again. Other side, left arm, right leg. Good. And then back to the start and relax. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. So you're alternating back and forth, so a total of 10. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the top position, really working the muscles around the shoulder blade and in that hip area, the glutes and the hamstrings. And looking at the intensity with this one will be on the lighter side. And the purpose is really to work on that abdominal area, so the core at a different angle, more in a cross angle, and working on the stabilizing muscles in the shoulder blade and in the glutes, which are important when you're running and having that alternating arm and leg movement. Perfect. So that's 4 of them down. Now moving on to the 5th one. Good. Good, perfect. So with this one, how it's working is you're going into a lunge to a knee driver. So how it's how the setup is, you're standing nice and upright. Alex has her hands on her hips to kind of help with balance. You're going to take a step forward, so lunge forward. Good. You're going to then you're going to move into a knee driver. Good. Good. Perfect. And then you would alternate back and forth with that lunge to knee driver. Now looking at the sets and reps and intensity for this one, so sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. Time, smooth controlled movement, and with a kind of a slow pause at the end of the movement. And then the intensity with this one, it's a little more challenging, so it's light to moderate. And the purpose of this is really to work on, stability in the ankle and the knee, and then stability when it relates to the muscles around the hip and pelvis, because we want those areas good and strong when it relates to running. So there you go. Give those 5 exercises a go. They're excellent hip strengthening exercises for runners. Now, if you're suffering from hip pain or hip tightness, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks that Fight Hip Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send you the report, and I'll send you the report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/hips. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comment section. If you got benefit from this video,